Okay, so I didn't necessarily want to make a video about this, but then on my timeline I saw a video by Waidu, who is a fellow Smash YouTuber, and he released a new Steve tech, and it kind of brought to mind the kind of meme that's been going around the Smash community, which is Steve gets buffed every 24 hours, and I think it's actually time to talk about this at this point, because obviously yesterday I posted a video showing off some of the new funny Steve clips that I had seen in the past few weeks, and now we just got this new game-breaking Steve tech, so it really does seem like Steve does get buffed every 24 hours, and it remains to be seen what Steve will discover in the future. Could we potentially see some crazy Steve? I mean, we've pretty much seen block canceling, attack canceling, F smash canceling, and now with this new Steve tech, pretty much lag canceling under any block with any move in his entire moveset, which kind of makes this character even crazier than he already was. So does Steve really get buffed every 24 hours? How much longer will it be until Steve kind of hits the meta wall, right? Obviously right now people are trying to figure out the matchup, right? They're trying to figure out what exactly they can do against Steve, what characters are good against Steve, what moves specifically on characters. Like, I've seen a lot of people discussing Falco as like a Steve counter, just because down B is really good against Steve. It pressures Steve, it can go through blocks, it reflects minecart, it can reflect all of his like aerial projectile type moves, and it's just a really good spacing tool in general. But then people will talk about how, well, you know, even though it is really good against Steve, that doesn't mean that Falco beats Steve, right? So these type of matchups, or short little matchups that people talk about beating Steve, sometimes really aren't really exactly what they are meant to be. Like, they're just small things that people have discovered do decently against Steve. But if Steve continues to get these ridiculous like buffs per se, where people just discover new insane stuff every 24 hours, will Steve ever fall out of meta? Will Steve ever really be discovered? Because every 24 hours or every other day there's a whole brand new tech that you have to make sure that your character can beat, or make sure that you're accounting for whenever you play Steve, which makes Steve not only one of the hardest matchups in the game just because a lot of characters don't have a great matchup against him, or just because he's the best character in the game, but also now you have to keep up with all the different options that Steve has, all the different tech that he can do, everything that he can do, and then make sure that you check Twitter before your set to see if new tech was discovered right before the game actually started, right? So what do you guys think about all these new techs? Obviously, if you guys haven't seen Waidu's video on the new Steve tech, I highly recommend it. Obviously, it's pretty game breaking for Steve, and honestly one of his best techs I've seen in a while. But do you guys think Steve will ever fall out of the meta, or do you think Steve will ever be discovered? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always, and I will see you guys next time.